Hi guys, welcome to my channel, or welcome back. My name's Crystal. I'm kind of popping on here today because I wanted to do just a little chat video just to talk about something that's been on my mind for quite some time now, and that is the kind of collective experience that I think most of us probably have experienced at least once in our lives, which is that worry and that fear of being fully and authentically yourself because you're afraid of being judged. I feel like that's something that a lot of us struggle with. It's certainly been something, and I don't know if it's because of all of these life changes I've been going through, and I've been kind of like reinventing my entire life, really digging deep into like trying to learn who I am, and partnered with the fact that I'm turning 30 next month. So but yeah, I've been having a lot of realizations, and I wanted to share some things with you guys to see if there's anybody that can resonate maybe with what I've been feeling and what I've been thinking. I don't think people are really paying as much attention to you as you think they are. I would ask, how much time do you spend judging other people and nitpicking every little bit of like everything that they do? At least for me, I've spent years criticizing. It'll be the way I walk, the way I move my arms when I walk, the way I said a certain word. I've really had to ask myself, well, like, let's flip it. How much time do I spend judging other people on those things? And the answer is, I don't. And if that's the case, that we're all going through this very similar experience, then like, how much effort and time and energy are we putting into worrying what everyone else is thinking? Meanwhile, everyone else is just thinking about themselves too. And it's not to say that you're invisible, it's not to say you're not important. I just want to say it in the most liberating way possible. That is, people are not spending as much time analyzing your every move, every mistake, as much as you are. And this request I have for you guys, but also for myself, is please don't spend another year worrying about embarrassing yourself, saying the wrong thing, looking weird, being a beginner, because I promise you, people really aren't paying as much attention as you think they are. And honestly, if there is somebody out there that's spending their time judging you, gossiping, whatever, like that really sucks for them. Because imagine having one life and you choose to spend that life and your mental energy towards criticizing somebody else who's just trying to enjoy their life. Like, that sounds exhausting, and that doesn't sound like a life that I envy. And that also makes me think, why on earth would I be afraid of being judged by somebody who's living a life that I don't even envy, morals that I don't even stand by, and who clearly has a character that I don't care for? I don't want you to have the fear of being judged stop you from living your most authentic life. You deserve to fully embrace all of what you are. You don't need to prove anything to anyone. You don't need to be perfect. You don't even need to be the most confident person in the room. You are just enough as you are. You can show up as you are and just be authentically yourself, and that's good enough. And I will say this truthfully, I've come to a point in my life where I've stopped worrying too much about what people are thinking of me. I've noticed that I've actually made more friends and more deeper connections and more meaningful relationships and like more meaningful conversations with people, because to stop filtering myself. Because when you're filtering yourself, you're kind of like filtering out the people that are meant to be in your life too. Like, you're filtering out your ability to actually make true, deep, strong connections with people because you're not being yourself. They're not getting to know you as a person because you're not being fully yourself. You deserve to meet people who are going to love you fully for who you are, because they are out there, because you are wonderful, and there are plenty of people out there who are going to love and accept you for who you are, and are going to hear your silly jokes, and whether they think they're funny or not, they're gonna love you anyway. Don't be afraid to like try new things and then make mistakes, because isn't that how we all learn anyway? Sing, even if you're singing off key. Apply for the job, even if you're underqualified. Speak your mind in group situations when you feel like you have something you want to share. Talk to that stranger in the street. They might end up being your best friend. I also think somewhere along the way, we started to believe that being confident means being perfect. Confidence isn't about not making mistakes, but confidence is about making mistakes and just carrying on anyway. There's no one on this earth that's perfect, and you guys, no one will ever achieve being as perfect as Slimmy is, but I mean, you could try, right? He, frankly, never worries about what anyone else is thinking, but that's because he's never worrying, and that's because he's never thinking either. So, my cat knocked over my tripod, so nice. I want to say that I'm sure we all have those moments in our lives that we look back on, you know, certain really awkward situations that we cringe, still thinking about, like, why do I say things? Like, me and my best friend have an inside joke where we're like, why do I say things every time we say something really silly? Amanda, if you're watching this, now I'm thinking about, why do I say things? Yeah, we all have those moments in our lives that we look back on and we cringe. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning, you're trying to sleep, and you remember when you tripped on your own feet and like rolled down the stairs. And I think that we put a lot of emphasis on how horrible it is to make a mistake. Like, gosh forbid you make a mistake. I started dancing for my first time a couple months ago with no experience, and just the other day we split up into groups to perform a dance that we had like just learned in that class in the last hour, and it was just like way too fast for my brain to process, and I wasn't getting the steps, like the timing I wasn't getting right. You know, I was getting so nervous and like flustered, and I'm like forgetting the entire dance. And then I reminded myself of plenty of other times I've gone up to dance in front of the class, probably made plenty of mistakes, but I can't even remember those times. Like, they don't haunt me, is what I'm getting at. What are you so afraid of? Like, what's the worst that happens? You make a mistake and then, oh, nobody remembers because nobody really actually cares and everyone's really actually supportive, even if they're not supportive. How does that even affect you? Every time that you step a little bit out of your comfort zone, you're proving to yourself that I can do this thing and I can survive. Just repeating that and continuing to do that, I think that's when you start to learn that you can trust yourself and you can be yourself and you can do anything that you put your mind to. One lesson that I've learned in my lifetime: stop shrinking yourself and stop being a quieter version of yourself just to try to fit into a world where you were born to stand out. We weren't born to be the same person over and over and over again. We were born to be ourselves. So why are we trying so hard to fit ourselves into this little box? For what? Like, to fit in? When you're so uniquely you and you provide so much value to this world just by being yourself. I think the world needs you as you are. You deserve to take up space. You deserve to use your voice. You deserve to be silly, be funny, say a joke, laugh at things even if no one else finds it funny. You deserve to frolic in the park. If you want to frolic in the park, you should frolic in the park. I want to be able to really take advantage of this beautiful life that we all have. I think we're all living a pretty similar experience where, despite what we think, people are not looking at you. People are very much so in their own internal world, and they're not spending as much time as you think making a list of all the things that they don't like about you. And if they're doing that, again, if there's people out there that are gossiping and they're judging and they're making a list of everything they hate about you, then like, that's how they're choosing to spend their mental energy and their life. That's very unfortunate for them. It's important to look at those kinds of people and be like, are they living a life that I even want? Because that doesn't sound appealing to me at all. And if the answer is no, then why does their opinion even matter to you to begin with? I want you guys to also just have that wonderful experience of like just fully accepting yourself for who you are and like not being afraid of being silly and whimsical. Like, don't be afraid to be whimsical. I hope you guys got something out of this. I'm gonna finish it up by taking a sip from my cute cup. I have an endless supply of really cute cups, so I will probably have a new cup every video, I can just imagine. She's adorbs. Cheers. Bye guys, I love you so much, and please get out there and take up some space, because you deserve to take up space and live authentically as yourself, because you are wonderful, unique, special, never before seen, just a delight to be living on the same planet as you. Really, live authentically you. Love you. Bye.